Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us his truth, true and well. Shalom to the Akim out there in the Aquath, all right, the brothers and the sisters out there in this truth, all right, in the spirit and in the power of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, at the Wandra Tazah. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, this is a video from RT News. It was posted an hour ago. It says, no farmers, no food, no future. All right, these are German farmers. And the things that are going down outside of Babylon the Great America, all right, are soon coming to Babylon the Great America, okay? You see these economies that are falling. All right, you have the euro dollar, okay, or the euro currency, okay, which is going to collapse as well as the dollar, you know, because the euro, all right, you have a lot of people that are out of work, you know, you have a lot of people that are, losing their jobs, losing their businesses, okay, and those small businesses is what runs each of these countries, you know, small business runs each country, man, all right, that's how America was built. It was built on small businesses, you know, it didn't just start off with trillion-dollar, billion-dollar companies, man. It started out from the ground, okay, and it started getting built up. And as that money is pumped back into the economy, it grows, you know. So if these big businesses are now being, if these little businesses are being, sent out, out of the way, and the big businesses are being sent out of state, out of the country, okay, and being diminished and being bankrupt, okay, what happens is they start looking for another place, right? It's just like animals, man, okay? When there's a tree and you're eating out of that tree and that tree becomes bare, what happens? You go to the next tree, So pretty soon it's going to come to a point where there's going to be no more trees, man. It's going to be all desolate, all right? That's why it says your silver and your gold are cankered, in scriptures. Why? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is causing it to be cankered, man. Rusted is going to be worthless, So, the German farmers are saying no farmers, then you get no food. And when you get no food, you have no future, man. So this is Psalms 37:4. Delight thyself also in Yahweh, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Okay? So if you desire in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and, in that time, when Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai brings the destruction to this place and to this kingdom, all right, which is, spread out throughout the whole world, mainly under NATO and the EU, but really the whole world, all right, whenever those hard times come, what are you going to want? You're going to want to eat, right? You're going to want to drink. Well, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, if you're fixed on him, okay, like King David said, his faith was fixed on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. If your faith is fixed on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, then guess what? You're going to have food in those days, man. You're going to eat, The elect shall be taken care of, man. Okay, so your thing is to pray and fast to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, hoping that you would be part of his elect, So you have to delight yourself, man. Let's look up that word delight, which in the Hebrew is ainag, all right, ainag, which is to be soft, be delicate, be dainty, okay, delicate, small, and pretty, all right, fastidious or difficult to please, typically concerning food, okay. So it says, delight thyself also in Yahweh, okay, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Okay, so ainag is that to make, down here it says to make dainty habit, be pampered. Okay, that means what? You're going to be taken care of, Women love to be pampered, man. Well, we are the women of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, spiritually speaking. I'm not saying we're, none of that, abomination, but we are going to be pampered, man. We're going to be taken care of, So when you look up the word pampered, it means spoil, indulge with every attention, comfort, okay? And the comfort is what? The scriptures, And that's in 2 Maccabees chapter 12 And I believe it was First Maccabees 12:9. Our comfort are the scriptures. And Isaiah 33 says that through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, okay, we're gonna seek that salvation, man. It says, be happy about, okay, take exquisite delight to make merry over, all right, make sport of, which is something else, all right. But when we delight ourselves in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, that means we're gonna be made happy. We're gonna pamper Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and He's gonna pamper us. Okay, that means we're gonna take care of the business that He gave us. Okay, and He's gonna take care of us. It says, and He shall give thee the desire of thine heart. But first, like Scripture says, seek after the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added unto you. That doesn't mean we're gonna have, our trust in these careers or in this world. We're gonna trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai if He gives us more than good. But like the Apostle Paul said, those that you have, gained, those things, those materialistic things you've gained, those are just that, materialistic things. They go away, like the gold and the silver of this land. It's gonna just go away. Wither away. So it says, commit thy way unto Yahweh, trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. You see, so what we're waiting for is the kingdom of heaven, man. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for these things to happen. Verse 6, and it says, and He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for Him. Okay? And scriptures talk about let patience work her perfect work. And when you look up that word patience, it's faithfulness, man, fidelity to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So when you let that faith work its perfect work, okay, it's gonna bring forth fruit. So it says, rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who proposeth in his way, because of the man that who bringeth wicked devices to pass. And those wicked devices are what? The jab, okay, and the MOB. It says, rest in Yahweh and wait patiently. So that word patiently is chal, all right, chawal or chal. It says to twist, to whirl, dance, writhe, to fear, all right, to tremble, travail, be in anguish, be pained. All right, and that's what patience is all about, man. That patience, that faith you have, you're gonna go through some hardships. Especially what's coming, man. It says to dance, to twirl, to writhe, to whirl about, to dance, to writhe, bear, bring forth, to wait anxiously. Okay, to be made rife. All right, so let's look up this word since it popped up a couple times. To squirm, to make continual twisting. All right, and that continual twisting is continual work, man. A squirming movement or contortions of the body. All right, so it says be made to bear. And when you have contortions, man, that shit ain't no, it ain't no light joke. It ain't no easy work. That's why this truth is likened unto the straight gate. All right, that word straight, STRI, all right, not GT or GHT, all right, but TE or T, Salakia. That means troublesome, a troubled, a troubled way, a difficult way. All right, so it says to wait longingly, suffering torture. We're gonna suffer many things, man. So it says rest in Yahweh and wait patiently. All right, so no matter how painfully it is, all right, you're gonna be fervent for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. It says, for him fret not thyself because of him who proposeth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. All right, and that word wicked devices is mazama, all right, mazama, which is purpose, discretion, all right, device, to plot. And Psalms 83 goes into the plotting of the wicked, trying to cut us off from being a nation. So we have to rest in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So like I didn't even look up the word rest. So that word rest is damar or damam. All right, damam, which is to be silent, to be still. to wait, all right, to be dumb, to grow dumb. And that doesn't mean to grow stupid, okay? To grow dumb means one, study to show thyself approved, all right? And a wise man, as he grows in this truth, he becomes more and more silent, all right? That's why scriptures even say, even a fool is counted as wise when he sealeth his lips, you know? Because a wise man isn't going to just be, talking out of his ass all the time, man, or really hardly or any at all, Yeah, sometimes we speak, folly, okay? But we always come back to the scriptures, and we study even people, we stay quiet, we ask questions, It says to be silenced, to be made silent, to destroyed, to make quiet, to make silent, cause to die. Yahweh Shai, whenever he was asked by Herod, okay, he didn't answer him. He just stayed quiet. He stayed quiet. You see? So Psalms 37 and from anger, for not thyself, and anyone to do evil. Call not to it, but rest, all right, is when you stay quiet in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're not going to revolt against Babylon the Great. We're not going to lead an army. Okay, we're doing that spiritually, man. You dudes that are doing this carnally, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to, have another thing for you, man. You're going to get destroyed. Okay, like in ancient times, you had people that were doing that, man. Zealots and so on and so forth. Trying to rise up against the Roman government. And what happened? They got destroyed and killed out in the streets, man. All right, so you militant-ass dudes, carnal, all right, you're going to get destroyed by Esau, Edom, man. There's no way we can come up against Esau, Edom. There's no possible way, man. Why? Because the Most High set it up to where the spiritual are going to come up against Esau, Edom, not the carnal, man. All right, so let me go to Daniel and just want to get one precept from there. Daniel 6:7. Daniel 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Okay? So the saints, Kodash, which is holy, separate. Okay? We're not with the world. We're not with the things of the world, man. Okay? Because when you're separate, you're holy. So it says unconnected, to set apart from. Okay? And we're setting apart from the ways of the world. In the ways of the world, what's going to save you in a time of trouble? Just look at the movies, man. All right? What saves them is what? The weapons. Okay? But like scripture says, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Okay? We're set up against principalities and high places, man. Sending out wickedness throughout the world. So what's our cover? The spiritual. Okay? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai through the spirit, the Rakak Wadash. Okay? So we're not connected to this world, man. That umbilical cord that everybody has connected to this world, we cut that off, man. We're being made separate. Like Neo, for instance, in the movie Matrix, Neo separates himself from that world. He cuts off those plugs, and what happens? He gets dumped by the world, man. That's the same thing that we're doing. Okay? So what's going to save us from this oncoming no farmers, no food, no future? Okay? We have a future, man. We have a future, As it says here, Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Okay? That means what? That word take is kobal, which is to receive. Okay? That's not saying go buy some weapons and come up against Esau, Edom, and take the kingdom physically, man. Okay? To take means to receive. All right? We're going to receive it. Through who? The spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So let's go to the root. Kobal means to take, to receive, be before. All right? To take, to choose, to receive. All right? Choose you this day who you will worship. And when you choose Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, what is he going to do? He's going to give you the kingdom, man. Through the spirit. It says to correspond, and that kingdom corresponds only to Israel. Receive one to the other, And it says that in Salakia. Let me go over here. This is the book of, was it Sirach? Sirach 10 and verse 4. Sirach 10 and 4, or Ecclesiasticus 10 and 4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Okay, so everything that's in power, and everything that's not in power, all right, everything that's great and everything that's not great, basically everything in the whole entire universe, all right, everything in the sense of everything is under the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, he controls everything, absolutely everything. Okay, he's the true power, the almighty, all-powerful, most high God. Okay, it says the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Okay, and who is more profitable than Yahushai? Nobody. Nobody's more profitable than Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because once they're set in place with the elect, okay, everything is going to flow in a fruitful manner. Okay, the earth will have its Sabbath days. Okay, and then when it's time to plant and to continue, then the earth is going to bear this beautiful fruit, at the correct size that it's supposed to be in, at the correct measure, no GMOs. You see? So right now it's under the wicked, okay, but the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. The rulership of the wicked isn't going to last long, man. So it says, verse 7, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You see? So the Most High is going to give it up to who? To the Israelites. All right? Back in Daniel 7 and 18, so let me set this one apart as well. Exodus. It was 19. Exodus 19, and I'll start off at 6. All right, so Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. All right, so they're going to receive it and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right, like Walam Yam, which that word like Walam Yam is forever. All right, as in everlasting. You see, so when Israel possesses the kingdom, all right, because the saints are the Israelites. Okay, you have that in the book of Revelations, the saints, okay, which are the Israelites. Exodus 19 and 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. All right, and we went into that word holy, which means separate. Okay, why are we going to be separate? Because we're going to be set up in the on that point of power, okay, where every nation is going to look up to Israel. All right, we're going to be those kind of like that big brother. You look at a big brother and you're like, man, I want to be like him. I want to do what he does. I want to jump like he jumps. Okay, that's another reason also why the earth is set up in such a low standard, all right, in such a low vibration, okay, because of the wicked that are in rulership. All right, and it tells you how Esau Edom is the bottom of the bottom, man. Brutish man. Okay, and this man is set in power. So how low is the earth going to get? It tells you that in Sirach 10. As the judge of the people are, so is himself. You see, as the ruler of the city is, so are the people that dwell therein. So if this world is on a low vibration, then that means the rulership, all right, the ruling heads of this world are in a low vibration, or they're pushing that low vibration. It says, Exodus 19 and verse 6 again, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, all right, a nation separate from everybody else. That's why in the book of Isaiah, I believe it was chapter 2 or chapter 3, where it talks about the heathen are going to look at Jacob, all right, and they're going to say, hey, let's go up to the mountain of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai so that we can learn, okay, Why? Because Jeremiah 31 and 31 says we're going to be made perfect. You know, it says, these are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. Okay, and that's what we're doing now. All right, so our faith is not in man. Our faith is not in the way of the world. All right, our faith is in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, in the counsels of the wise. All right, in the scriptures. You see, because all this beautiful stuff we want, okay, we're not gonna find it through this world, man. This world is done away with. All right, it's desolate already. How much more when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai comes back? You know, it's gonna be made bare. You know, but through the mercy he has for Jacob, all right, this place shall be inhabited, and it's gonna be reborn again, all right, in righteousness. You see, let me get this one. Proverbs chapter 3, and I'll probably make this, actually it was chapter 4. You know, the last precept I bring out, you know, because this stuff is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You know, Proverbs 4 and 18, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day, which is when we receive that kingdom. Okay, in Psalms 84, King David talks about being, you know, a steward. Okay, or you know, I'll get it after this one actually. Let me actually get it on this one. Psalms 84. Sparrow found bliss. Psalms 84 and 10. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my power than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. Okay? So one day in the kingdom is going to be much better than anything you've ever experienced here on earth, man. So Proverbs 4 and 18, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. All right, so when we're being woken up and when we're being opened up to this truth, all right, exposed to this knowledge and receive that understanding, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai is perfecting us, man. All right, as gold in the furnace hath he tried him. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3. You know, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai is increasing us, man. All right, and when the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, all right, the wickedness that they've brought forth, which is when that chip comes in and when they declare martial law and then they declare war, all right, and they destroy each other, that's when it's going to be perfected in Yahweh the Most High. We'll tell Yahweh Shai, go, all right, and he's going to come back to save us, man. You know, it says the way of the wicked is as a darkness. Verse 19, they know not at what they stumble. Okay, so that's why the Most High said, leave them alone. Okay, we're not here to convince 2/3 of our people. We're not here to convince the heathen. We're here to tell them what's going to come, you know, what's going to happen. So it says, verse 20, my son, attend to my words, incline thine ears unto my sayings. Okay, and when you look up that word attend, it's quashab, which is to hear, be attentive. All right, you take heed. All right, when you take heed to something, let's look it up. To pay attention to, okay, to take notice of. You see, you're not just going to hear it and say, oh, yeah. No, you're going to hear it and you're going to do it, man. You know, you're going to hear a voice behind you and say, follow this way, man. This is the way, you know, roughly paraphrasing. It says, attend, of ears, hearken, pay attention, to listen, to incline. Okay, and when you do that, it's not just listening, all right, like the brother taught me. It's not just listening. There's going to come a time where you have to take action. Okay, it says, let them not depart from thine eyes, keep them in the midst of thine heart, right? And when you keep them in the midst of thy heart, the word for heart there is lab, which is in your mind, all right? And it means inner man, the mind, you see, the mind. So going to Isaiah 28, and I love going into this one, all right? I love going into this because I never knew it, all right? So when you go into Isaiah 28 and 9, it says, whom will he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. And like scripture verifies, That milk is this word. All right, desiring the sincere milk of the word. All right, so when you go to the word weaned, okay, it's gamal. And when you see what it means, it's to deal fully with. Okay, like Elder Apostle Tahar always says, you have to deal with the full deck of cards, man. You can't just, oh, well, I know I'm an Israelite and I'm good. That's it. There's certain levels to it. And there's certain things that the Most High is going to require from the elect. Okay? If you're not of the elect, then he's not going to require much from you. You're just here to see the show, man. You're in the audience. You're not in the play. Okay? It says to deal fully with, all right, to recompense, and when you deal fully with something, all right, that means you're submerged. And that's what that word baptism means. It means to be submerged. So if you're submerged into this water, into this truth, into this milk, into this honey, into this book, okay, what happens is you start bringing fruit, okay? That knowledge, wisdom, and understanding will bring knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to fruition. It's to deal out, to do, or do to deal bountifully with. You see? You're going to deal bountifully with. Let's look up that word, bountifully. Large in quantity, abundant. Okay, in the abundance of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. To ripen. Okay, when something's ripe. Okay, well, what you do when there's a fruit that's ripe, what is it good for? For food. But if your doctrine is not according to the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, your wisdom, knowledge, understanding that you have is not ripe for food. Okay? And that's what's going to save us in those days, man. Having that ripe food. All right? So when you look at ripen, it's to become ripe, make ripe, become or make ripe. All right? And right here, the word ripen in Spanish is madurar, which madurar in English is mature. Okay, and scriptures talk about the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, okay, being the gray hairs of man. All right, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are the gray hairs of man. That's how you judge if somebody is old, if somebody is grown up. Okay, if somebody is ripe, mature, by the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding that they carry. That's what it means to be ripe. Especially, if you're well seasoned in this truth, all right, people are going to notice. They're going to start asking you questions. They're going to come to you, But that's why it says in Proverbs chapter 1 and 5, a wise man's going to attain unto those wise counsels. Why? Because he's going to be more and more mature. Those immature dudes out there, they don't believe in certain things that the scripture verifies, man. Why? Because they're not mature enough, So that word gamal means to deal fully with. That means you go into the hard things of the scriptures, okay? Scriptures talk about rape, man. And that's a hard thing for people to, a hard concept for people to see, The men of the Lord dealt with prostitutes, man, just to, get their rocks off and do what they had to do, and that was it. But that's too much of a mature thing for people to understand. They're still little kids and like, ooh, put their hand over their mouth. Ooh, he said this, and that's how they are, man. But when you become mature in this truth, you hear these hard things and you're like, yeah, that's what it's saying, But you have to be mature, man. And if you're a mature man of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, guess what? He's going to take care of you, What was, let me see. Psalms 91 and 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Okay, because in those times of trouble, who are you going to trust, man? What names are you going to call out? That's why it's important to have the names. Okay, because that's the principal thing, man. The wisdom, knowledge, understanding that you get, one of the first things you get is the names. Okay, how is the Most High going to say, under no other names can you be saved, but you can call me whatever the hell you want to call me? Okay? And then when it comes to you, nah, this is my name. Call me this. This is what I'm called. You know? That's wickedness, man. Psalms 91:3. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Okay? So let's look up that word pestilence. And it's the word dabar, which is a plague. All right? A cattle disease, cattle plague. And where do you get these diseases from? From cattle. You know? It says, in the sense of destroying, down here in Strong's definition, a pestilence, murrain, pestilence, and a plague. Okay? So it says, Psalms 91:3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Okay? And we're in that time of noisome pestilence. You know? That's why people are so afraid wearing 3 fucking masks. You know? There's fear in the earth, man, but not fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. You see? His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. That's point blank period, man. Okay? So if you want to escape these hard times that are coming, okay, what you need to do, where was that? I believe it was Joel chapter 2, you know, where it goes into that, or Joel 3. You know, let me go to it. Salakia. Bear with me. This is Micah. Back. Here it is, Joel. Joel chapter 12. Chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, therefore also now, saith Yahweh, turn ye even to me with all your heart. And that word there is labab or lab, which means mind, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning. And rend your heart, and not your garments, and turn unto Yahweh your power. For he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. So when you look up that word rend, all right, which is kwarai, is to tear. Okay, tear in pieces. That means put away the ways of this world. All right, be holy and separate. You know? So if you know that these things that are coming, if you know that it's the end of the world, okay, it's the last days, then how much more should you get ready, man? How much more should you be ready unto that perfect day, right? Romans 13:11. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. And that knowing that the time, all right, Romans 13:10, Salakia, verse 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. You see, so cut away from the ways of this world. You know, the wicked fleshly things, the carnal things. You have to cut away from all that, man. You know, and put on the armor of light, which is this wisdom, this knowledge, and this understanding. 100% truth. You know, it says, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. And when you go into drunken, all right, doesn't mean to drink. You can drink wine, okay? You can drink alcohol, okay? But drunkenness, mainly of the things of this earth, man. But also, if all you do is just get drunk, you know, early in the morning, you're drinking and drinking and drinking, that's also not helpful, you know? Drunkenness is intoxication, drunkenness, you know? Drinking till you black out, you know? It says, and let us put on the armor of light. Okay, so what is the armor of light? The wisdom. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's the armor of light. You know, why? Because that's what protects us. Scriptures talk about the name of Yahweh being the strong tower. You know, the name of Yahweh is a strong tower. Why? Because that's where we run. We run to that. That's our armor. You see? It says, let us walk honestly, verse 13, as in the day, not in rioting or drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envyings, Put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and make no provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. All right, when you go into lusts, it doesn't mean simply to, to like if you have two women, that's not a lust, man. If it's a spiritual thing, while you're with two women, okay, then that's a spiritual thing, man. But if you're simply just, lusting, let's go into that word lust, man, because that's a whole topic on its own. What is lust? Okay, to fulfill the lust thereof. It says desire, craving, longing, desire for what is forbidden. Okay, and what is forbidden? 1 John chapter 3. 1 John chapter 3 goes into it, man. What is forbidden is unlawful things. That's what lust is, man. All right, when you want things that are forbidden to do, okay, that forbidden fruit, those are lusts, man. So when you go deeper, it says to turn upon a thing, to have desire for long for, to desire, to lust after, covet. All right, covetousness. When you want things that your neighbor has, when you want your neighbor's woman, things of that nature, those are forbidden things, man. Of those who seek things forbidden, you see. So it says, Romans 13 and 14, put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and make no provision for the flesh. All right, provisions is food, goods, you see, to fulfill the lust thereof. So when you go into the word provision, it's Pranoya. All right, Pranoya, which is forethought, providential care to make provisions for a thing. All right, when you look up the word provision itself, it's food. So food for the flesh. All right, whatever pleases the flesh. And remember, the spirit and the flesh are contrary. So what's going to happen? The flesh is going to want things that are not spiritual. Even lawful things sometimes are not edifying for you, man. Sometimes you got to wait a while before you can do those things. So it says root word, to provide for thought, for one, to take thought for, care for a thing. So cares of this world, man, those things need to stop. The cares for this world. So what you have to do is put on the armor of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is this truth. Listen to videos, study, read, pray, fast, and weep if you have to weep, man. It's not a woman thing to cry. King David said that he would cry, man. All right, because of the wickedness that goes on in this world, because we want to go to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we want to be made perfect. Okay, we're ready for the wickedness to stop, man. So sometimes you have to weep, okay, to long for, to cry for, and not necessarily even have to physically, have tears, but cry out to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in prayer. Those are things that the elect are going to be doing, man. And those are things that we should day by day try to get to, try to perfect ourselves through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So I hope that was edifying. And with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to Yaakim, to the Akwath out there that are in this truth. Shalom.